Adventure in an open-ended MMORPG freed from predefined paths and progression. Build massive castles and lay claim to lands whose riches fuel a deep, player-driven economy. Band together to protect your fortune in epic siege battles and naval combat, or live a life of an outlaw prying glory and coin from foes left in your wake. These are some of the things that ArcheAge, the upcoming MMORPG, promises to us starting next week. Last week I took a closer look at this game, and let's see. These are my honest impressions. There are 4 playable races in this game, which include humans, elves, cat people, and some sort of Chinese people. ArcheAge has a pretty interesting class system. When you start the game, you pick one of the class trees, and then at level 5 and 10 you unlock 2 more. There are 10 class trees in the game total, and you can combine any of them at any time, as long as you have money to pay for it, of course. And together there are 120 possible class combinations in this game, which is pretty impressive. The combat system is action based and pretty fast. Enemies are pretty strong, and you generally do not want to fight more than 1 or 2 at a time, because you will die horribly if you do so. The graphics are pretty bad actually if compared to some of the upcoming titles like Black Desert Online. The art style reminds me of a game called Guild Wars 2 a lot. The questing is your standard MMO questing, as in go there, kill this many bandits, or go there and get me this many mushrooms. Now about the actual building stuff and claiming land, you will need to have blueprints for anything you wish to build, which you could find within the game, and you will have to pay a tax every couple of weeks or so if you wish to keep your land and anything on it. If you don't pay it, it will not be yours anymore. Growing stuff works about the same as it does in real life. First you need seeds, then you plant them, you water them, you wait a little bit, and then you will harvest whatever you were planting. Now here comes the major concern I have about this game, which are the so-called labor points, which you need to use in order to build anything, or actually plant anything, or harvest anything, or create your own armor and weapons. If you're a free-to-play player, you only get these points as long as you are online and on a specific character. They only regenerate at the rate of 5 points per 5 minutes, and you need a pretty substantial amount of these points if you want to actually do something with them. And now for the premium members, as in the subscribers, these points regenerate at the rate of 15 per 5 minutes, and they do regenerate even if you are not online, which is pretty much unfair to all of the free-to-play players. And to give you a quick example, I was playing through the whole open beta weekend as a free-to-play player, and by the time I got to the 3rd zone, there was a quest that required you to gather certain things to make your own armor, and every time you would make the new piece of the armor, you needed to have 100 of those labor points to actually craft it. and you know, by the time I was on my fourth piece of the set, I barely had points left, and I would actually need to go and do something else to wait for the points to regenerate. Logging out was out of the question because you don't get any points when you're logged out. So yeah, and I was going through the zone and seeing the stuff that people had built by that time, you know, comparing it to me, I barely had any points, and it was as if the game was rubbing it in my face and saying, see, the stuff that people have, you don't have it because you did not give us money. You know, if you'd give us money, you would have this stuff, and that is not very nice. Now, obviously, these are my impressions of the beta version, which are by no means the final version of this game, and I will be back once ArcheAge launches to actually see how it transitions. But until that day, I will see you guys next time.